Yo, what's up guys? It's Captain Daniel Kim, and in today's video, I'm gonna talk about something personal. And basically the point of this video is to say, do not ever go back to your ex. So what is the definition of an ex first, right? So ex is a girl like you actually dated kind of seriously. You had genuine feelings for her, and it's like it actually ended, right? So there's girls like I've dated, but we're not official, we weren't serious. So like it kind of was like whatever, we just kind of separated, we didn't really ghost each other, just added it ended like in a very amicably, I guess you could say. So those girls you can't go back to, right? Those girls you can be like hit them back up, see if they want to change, especially if they prove themselves, you improved yourself, whatever, and you want a relationship. And last time you dated them, you know, they weren't ready for a serious relationship, you weren't, whatever, but now you could get back and you could date them. But I'm talking about those girls that you had serious feelings for, and you got your heart broken. You know, you were boyfriend and girlfriend, and you know, you guys had serious feelings for. Like it was a serious kind of like relationship where you really liked each other. Those girls, especially if she ends it with you first, if she ends it to you, or she moved on with another guy, do not go back to her. And why am I telling you this story? Because this happened to me. You know, this is a very humbling video for me. So this is a girl that, you know, we were on and off for like 5 years. Like kind of, that's why I said girls who were just on and off. We're on and off for 5 years, and then I finally decided to be serious with her. And long story short, you know, I said, I finally get to the country that she's in, and I said, hey, let's meet up. You know, I want to talk about something. She said, of course, yeah, let's meet up. And I could tell right off the bat, she was just avoiding my, how do I say, like as soon as they landed in the country we were in, I was like, yo, let's meet up. I'm here. I want to talk with you. I could just tell something was off, right? She was avoiding my texts. She wasn't messaging as quick before. I could just tell the interest level was very short. So I knew something was off. And then finally, I took a taxi, and it was during traffic hour, and 1 hour to where she was. So I actually went to where she was. I was emotionally invested. I was going to like pretty much like, usually when I'm not emotionally invested in a girl, I don't go drive that far for a girl unless like it's like we have that connection and it's kind of like our, I don't know, second or third date, or I was on the way. Like if it's out of my way, I usually don't go an hour out of my way to go see a girl, right? But this girl, we had a lot of history, so I was like, I'd do it. And I remember as soon as I saw her at the Starbucks, she literally, something was off. And I remember I tried to hold her hand, and she like pulled it away, and I was just like, uh-oh. I knew right off the bat that she was with another guy. Like she was dating another guy, or she's in a relationship. And it's crazy because like literally 2 weeks before, I was like, hey, I really want to talk about us. And I guess the guy kind of jumped the gun first, and she was kind of talking to both of us. But she had that history with me, so she still wanted to give me a chance. But I guess the guy just jumped sooner, whatever. But she pretty much rejected me. And long story short, she married this guy 2 months later. She married this guy, married him, right? And when a girl gets married, yo, out of respect and kind of like your own sanity, let it go. Like, just know that she has officially been gone out of your life. There's some guys who's like, even if she's married, like there's still a chance if she breaks up with her ex, blah, blah. No, if she's married, out of respect to that guy, marriage is kind of like, I have that respect where like if she's a married woman, it can really mess up a family. That's one of the reasons I probably don't ever touch married women, is because like she might have a family. Like the husband might be going to work and doing all these things to take care of her, and yet she cheats. Like it's for me as a man, bro to bro pride, and he doesn't have to be Asian, he doesn't have to be white, doesn't have to be black. It's just a respect thing. It's just my universal law where like, yo, treat others the way you want to treat it. If I ever had a wife and I found out she cheated, I'd be devastated. So I don't do married girls. So I cut her out of my life. Was I hurt? Yeah. Like we were on that for 5 years. We developed feelings. We literally said the word love to each other, and the one time I'm trying to be serious with her, but it's also my fault, right? I didn't give her the commitment. I didn't do it. So yeah, she moved on to this guy. She married him. Okay, but crazy story. So 2 months ago, I was kind of going through a phase where I kind of want more serious relationships. I was kind of tired of being like a playboy and just, you know, having fun and, you know, just not committing, right? So I kind of wanted a girl that I really wanted to date seriously or have serious feelings for. But it was really hard with new girls, especially because I guess I kind of have this weird trust issues with new girls where like, especially where I'm in Thailand, I feel like whatever guy kind of brings her the better value, which is obvious, you know, it's competitive. She's just gonna move on to the next guy. And I've seen girls move on pretty quick, so I was just like, whatever. I'm not really into any of these girls in Thailand. The culture doesn't mix sometimes, so I was just like, whatever, right? But then somehow I see this girl message me. The same girl who got married, she messaged me. I'm like, what the hell? And And we're just, I was just like, okay, all right. So I'm not making any moves. I'm literally like over her completely at this point. It's been 2 years, so I'm completely over. I was like, I just want to make sure everything was okay. And she kind of made a comment about how she can't have a family anymore. And I was like, what? So I actually thought I gave her like, when she was dating me, that I caused some kind of bodily harm, like medical seriousness, where like, wait, she can't have a baby because she was dating me or something. Like, I don't know. Not like other like diseases, or I'm not saying that, but I'm just like, I thought like I heard her, something happened. Like I was like, what is it? Am I the cause? That's why you're messaging me that you can't have babies because of me? But I found out it's just she can't have babies because she got divorced. And then this is where even I, as a dating coach, messed up. I knew deep down inside, don't ever go back to an ex. Don't ever. Because there's too many emotions involved. You can't game her logically. And it's like, there's too many expectations. She has an expectation of you. She's probably trying to relive her golden days. You're trying to go back to her, and you kind of have that, it's kind of not revenge. It's not saying you want a revenge, but you're like, still have that bitterness a little bit where you were like, look, haha, you came back a little bit. I didn't feel that much that, but I was kind of still feeling that. But still, I wanted that old kind of passion we had for each other. And, me and this girl, this happened just yesterday. Me and girl, we've been talking on and off. And I actually was going to go see her. I actually had to go to the country she's in, but I actually wanted to go see her too. And we actually were going to stay together. And, initially I said, yo, let's just be friends. Because I actually got advice from my dad. My dad's like, do not. He even said like, no, you don't go back to a girl who literally went and got married to another guy. Dude, that means you're, no matter what, plan B, right? My dad pretty much said, you're plan B. Like, as much as you can say you're not, she didn't love you enough to stay with you. She went and married another guy. And now because she messed up. She's the one who messed up her choice. Now she's trying to come back to you and trying to tell you you were the right guy all along. But here's the thing. I've improved myself as a man for the past 2 years, right? I'm better than I ever was when I dated her. But I was at a point where I was kind of emotional and I wanted to date a girl that I felt connected to and I trusted. So, I was like, all right, right? So I just said straight up, right off the bat, I said, let's just be friends then. And she's like, okay, that's fine. We'll be friends. I always support you. But, we're talking on the phone for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours a night. And I'm like getting a little emotional, right? Like, I kind of like her. She started to like me. And I'm still like, and now we started developing feelings. And I kind of said though, like, yo, if I go see Korea though, I'm not just going there to be a friend. Like, if we're gonna stay together or like I go over or whatever, we're not friends. And I just told her straight up. And she actually like agreed to that frame. She's like, okay, fine. Like I think I want to try again too. So we were gonna be romantic. And then yesterday she's like, you're just putting too much pressure on me, Danny. Like, I just want to be friends. And I'm like, oh my God, she's turning it on me. Because I told her, in the end, you got to convince me that I had to like you. Because she's the one who left me for another guy, right? And I love doing these videos with you guys because sometimes it makes me think clearly because I'm giving you guys advice. And sometimes when I give someone else advice, I'm more logical than me. And I knew deep down inside, like, this was not a good idea to be back to romantic. But I had missed those feelings, right? Me and her were on and off for 5 years and we got really close. But yesterday she went on this rant and she's like, no, like, I don't know if I want to be serious yet until I see you and blah, blah. I'm like, yo, we already dated before. I'm not going to Korea. I am not going to put my investment in time and money into you when like you don't want to be like any kind of serious. I'm not talking about like serious boyfriend, girlfriend, but like, I don't want you seeing other guys. That's a fact, right? And we have emotions involved. And she's like, well, I don't know if I'm the same girl anymore. I'm like, okay. So yesterday I just said, okay, fine, we're done. I'm not gonna ever contact you. And there's a part of me that's like was kind of thinking like, if she comes crawling back or starts begging for me, should I consider it? And I still said deep down all night, I was waking up in and out of sleep. I said, do not go back, do not go back. And I'll make a promise to you guys right now in this video so I could keep myself accountable. I'm not gonna go back to her. There's a chance like when she actually sees me, because I became a better man, I'm not trying to be cocky, but she might want me more because in person, right? And I'll be honest, I wasn't gaming her or seducing her on the phone calls because I was being just myself a little bit and I just wanted to feel the emotions I had with her a long time ago. And I think that didn't work because she's thinking that I was being too serious with her. Like, at this point, yo, you're not a new girl. Like, I'm not gonna play those games, right? Like, if there's a new girl, I'll play that initial game of flirting, whatever, but you're a girl who left me. You should be chasing me. You should be knowing. Like, real talk, she's married. She's a divorced lady. Like, no offense to any girls out there, but if you're divorced, like, a guy would marry rather a girl who was single or single her whole life than a girl who was divorced, right? Like that's facts. And like, I'm not saying her value went down, but it's just like, why would I stick with her when I could go meet other girls? So I kind of got lost in the sauce. I kind of got emotional. I kind of wanted those emotions, but I'm back to my senses talking to you guys. And I realized I'm not going to go back to her, right? Like I'm going to straight up focus on like, if I meet her up, we're just going to be literally acquaintances, not even friends. I don't want her in my life anymore. I kind of decided that she's, to be honest, like too crazy for me. Like I don't want to deal with that. And plus she's divorced, so I'm not gonna go for a divorced girl. Some other guys might, but I'm not gonna go for it because I'm still single. I was never married. I'm still a stud. I'm getting, better shape than ever before. But, like, yeah, it's just talking to you guys makes me realize, like, man, like, why'd you do that? Your own advice to your own clients was don't ever go back to your exes, especially if she broke up. And this girl left me and she's coming to me as a plan B. She basically telling me, hey, I got married to a guy. I did love him. She literally told me I did love him and stuff, but it didn't work out. So I'm going to come back to you. Like, what? And I took that in. I actually developed feelings for that again. And I'm like, it was the dumbest thing. And I even have to look at myself while I'm talking to you guys. Like, I just knew. Even my dad gave me advice. Like, you're going to always be plan B. Like, no matter what you say, you're plan B. So that's going to bother me. And that's not right because I'm not plan B. And you're telling the universe you're plan B, right? You're always plan A. I want to be number one in a girl's life. Never heard number two because she messed up with number one. You know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to do that? So that's kind of the video about, right? How to get back your ex or whatever BS. I'm not going to tell you guys to get back with your ex. I'm going to say be so much better that your ex wants you, but you ain't going to her because she's the past. Because you're kind of like, if you go back to the past, think about it. It means you're not growing out of your past, right? If I go back to her, I'm basically not growing up in my relationship. So I made a promise to you guys in this video. Captain Daniel will not go back to this girl. I'm going to stick to my true strengths and continue to grow and date better women. If she watches this, well, whatever. Like, she understands that we ended it, so it's not like I talk bad of her, but I'm not plan B. You know what I'm saying? I'm plan A. I'm plan A1, A1, A2, A3, A4. So, all right, guys. So if you have any questions about any of the things we talked about, I do talk about this on my Facebook group, link down below. If you guys are going to get on a one-on-one call with me and talk about your ex, right? And you're like, how do you think like that? How do you not go back to yours? I'm in love with my ex. Well, I'm telling you guys, like, I failed right now. Like, I kind of did have feelings for her. And, I didn't feel good last night. I don't still feel good now. Great. But I just know this is the right thing to do. Sometimes you have to go with your brain and not your heart and not your, right? So just think with your brain, guys. I think the best power of a man is to be logical in all situations, right? Be calm and carry on and figure out what's going on here, what's the right thing to do. And I figured that out today. So this is definitely the right thing to do. Not go back to her, move on with my life, move to the future, not the past. If she messed up her future and her, met her past but not dating me, why is that my fault, right? It's not my fault. That's her fault, right? I'm not going to mess up my future and my present because of her mistake and telling myself I'll be plan B when I was plan A, and she's the one who would recognize that. It's not like ego, it's not cockiness. Maybe it's a little bit of ego, but I wish I had ego and just ended it with her when she actually replied back to me, you know what I'm saying? Because I know she's reaching out to me because she's not happy with her life. That's what 100% I know. Like, she's genuinely not happy right now. So she's trying to cling back on what made her happy. So it's actually better for her to move on with her life too. So I hope that video, if she watches this, move on with your life too. So Captain Daniel out. It's been a pleasure, guys. Like I said, let's get on a one-on-one call. Check out my Facebook group. It's been awesome.